Good morning, what's up guys? It's Ryan from Game Tech Review. Got my cereal bowl here. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Don't know wherever you guys are watching this at whatever time. Uh, EA have released the foot swap icons, as you can see on screen right now. Icon swaps 1 earn up to 24 players tokens through icon swaps 1. So you had 12 tokens in season 1 and 12 tokens that come out in season 2. So we're gonna have a look. First on objectives, that's what I told you. Icon swaps 1. There we go. Those are the icons that we're gonna have a look at. I'm going to go through what I think is like pretty good value, and what I feel will be, maybe in my opinion, like what I might be looking into trying and getting. I have had a look at like the numbers. We'll go through it. I haven't had a look at the objectives yet so far, so we'll have to see how that is. I've read through Twitter. What? 300. Oh, okay. I read through Twitter as well, in terms of what people think about it. So it doesn't seem that great. We'll see how it goes. Daily objectives. This is the usual. Icon swaps online. So start your icon swaps journey, complete these objectives to earn untradeable icon swaps. So you had 12 icon swaps this season. The rest of the icon swaps the remaining 12 will be coming out in season 2, which ends in 27 days and 16 hours. So when season 2 icon swaps come out, these icon swaps won't expire. They will still remain, but you'll have the next 12 as well. So let's go into the online category. Win 9 foot champs matches. Get 100 XP for all of this. Yes, you do. And you get a total group of 100. So it's about 800. That's nothing much. So 9 foot champs games. Win 9 foot champs game for 1 icon swap. I think that's doable. I should be able to achieve it hopefully this weekend as well. So that's doable for me at least. But I think even for everyone else, if you guys were to even like get like 4 or 5 wins a weekend, it's still doable. So it's not too hard. So that's not a problem. Win 3 rival matches using a full squad of only gold players, including the bench, with a max overall squad rating of 83. What's my squad rating right now? So this is my team with a squad rating of 84. Obviously, I have this lone hazard here, and that obviously reduces significantly, as you can see. So if I were to put like, I don't know, let's go low. Muscle, where is 75 rated, man? I should have just sorted this. Okay, here we go. So let's say I were to put 75 rated. I have 83 rated squad, as you can see, and it's a pretty good squad. I think it's pretty doable. I'm in Division 5 obviously, so it's maybe for you guys it'll be different, but like it doesn't matter what division you're in, because you're playing people in your same level as well. So even if you're in Division 10, it's still going to be hard for you because you're playing people on your same level, and even if you're in Division 1, it's going to be harder for you. So because it's the same thing, you're still playing people on your same level, so it's going to be hard regardless. But the only thing is I might have to replace these two with gold cards, because I don't know if they count if they're informs. So that's the thing. Alright, so but it's doable. 83 rated squad rating is not a big problem. That is completely doable. Next up, win 3 rival matches using 7 first owned Premier League players in your starting squad. See, this is where it gets hard. This is going to be a huge grind, because you need to get the players. First of all, you need to pack pull the players, and they need to be good. You can't just go in with like, even though you're playing people on your same level, if you don't have the players to achieve it, it's going to be very hard. And I think this is where it gets tough. Is it all the same for the rest? Yeah, so it's all 7 first owned players from the top 5 leagues. Even in my case, I don't think like, so I would suggest that you guys all play squad battles. I haven't played it. I'm going to play tomorrow, and I'll try and hit Elite 1. I usually try and hit Elite 1. So I would suggest definitely trying and play squad battles, because you need to get the packs. Okay, and you get 2 rare mega packs for each one, and you get also 30,000 coins. So I would try and play. Uh, you could try and take, so this is Division 5, but like you could try and take untradables. I don't think I am going to take untradables. I'm going to continue to try and take tradables. And like this is the untradables. You get 4 Java Premium Go, get 2 rare player, and 2 mega packs. That's pretty good in terms of like if you're trying to look at first player objectives. But these untradables, I don't think I'm going to try and take. I want to try and get as many coin value as possible. Like if you saw my rewards last week, we did pack a massive pack pool, and it was thankfully it was all tradable because we did pack a huge pool in terms of Aubameyang and Bergwijn. These are all tradable, and that helps a lot with me in terms of building my squad overall. We did sell him. We did sell him just as soon as he got announced as player of the month. But like, I think I'm going to try and take tradables, continue to take tradables, and try and see if we can get 7 first turn. Like if I were to go right now and I don't know. I don't think I'll have first turners. Like even in this team right here, the only first turner I can think is Lozano. Managed to pack him first turner. Luis Gustavo, but won't be able to easily play, and he's not even in the top 5. Loans do count. They do count for first turner, but he has only 2 games left. Pookie first owner, Chan is not first owner, Marnia is first owner, so that's doable. And then I got loans as well, but like my entire team here, I think is not first owner except for like everyone else is bought. I do have a first owner tennis, but that doesn't matter. Everyone else was bought, so that's the thing. We have to see how it's going to be done. It's not going to be easy. If you have first owners, what I would do is I would build squads, multiple squads. I would go to the squad selector and like build one for like, I'll rename this to like PL first owner. And then I'll try and add any first owner cards that I have. I don't think I have so many from the Premier League itself. And I don't think I have no way of beating like, so okay, I have Alderweireld. Send to club. Send to club. I have Ricardo Pereira, which I packed. I need to probably sell him. He's tradable as well. How do we search this? We go Prem, we go search. We have Pookie. Who else do we have? We have Ndombele. Well, let's first go untradables. Let's see any of the untradables I have that are good. We have Ndombele, who is good, so I can put him in. I think Matic is a decent shout, to be honest. I don't mind. Well, just 48 pace, probably not. Batong, like I can use these loans if I want to, but probably not. We'll have to wait and see, because you need 7 players. We'll have to see how it goes. And the way I play rivals, I tend to win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So I win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, or win 2 and then lose 2 on the bounce, stuff like that. So it's very off, on and off. In terms of untradables, what do I have in tradable? Come on. So as you can see, I don't have any, like in terms of first owner. I have is tradable, not first owner. Bought first owner Pedro, so that's one. Cresswell is not first owner. I bought him. Diego Jota, but not really what you want, to be honest. So not much. Tammy, I had a Tammy inform which I sold a long time ago. So basically right now, this is all I've got. Matic is not usable. I had to get rid of. I've got 4 cards. I need so you need 7. You can obviously have 3 that can be subbed out immediately. They just need to start. So you just need 4 core players, to be honest. And I think I have 4 core. Oh wait, I had Ricardo Pereira as well. Where did he go? So I have 5 core, I would say. There we go. Yeah. And then if I were to sub out, I would sub out. Probably would keep these 5. So I probably can start with the Prem as an objective. I'll start with the Prem because I want to get rid of the Ricardo Pereira as well as fast as possible before his value continues to drop. And he's like a pretty expensive card out of this slot. So I'll try and sell him, and also Aldevar I think I probably need to sell soon. So I might start the Prem as my first one. And then I'll move on from there after that to other stuff like that. So that's what I would do. I would like create a league. You can sub out 3 from the 7 immediately at the start itself and put your own players in. So that's what I might end up doing. So that's how you would do this. First turn objectives, something like that. That's an idea I would do. It's going to be very hard to do, I'm telling you guys now. But yeah. Next up, icon swap single player. Golden battles. Win 6 squad battle matches on minimum world class difficulty using a full squad of only gold players. Overall squad rating of 83. I showed you guys my squad, it was 83 rated squad, not bad. I just don't think the informs will count. I can obviously test that in one squad battle game using the informs to see if it counts. I don't think it does. If not, that's alright, I can replace. Win 5 squad battle matches on world class difficulty using 11 MLS players. Ooh. 11 Eredivisie and 11 CSL players. Now this is going to take time to do because I don't think I have 11 of any of these. So this is definitely going to take time to do, and world class is not easy, to be honest. I do play on legendary, but it's not easy. The difference between world class and legendary isn't that much. It isn't easy for a lot of people I know, and beating the AI and squad battles is also not easy. Score 20 goals, first one players in rivals. I think you'll eventually get to that with doing the other objectives, and play 20 matches in foot at least, using at least one first own player in your starting squad. Well, if I were to use Awa, I think I should be fine. I was thinking of buying Benyada and replacing him with Awa. I might not do it for foot champs. I'm not gonna take. See, this is the thing, right? You guys have to realize that it's come to the point. FIFA 19, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try hard as possible. Came to the detrimental of me not bothering, me not having fun as much, not upgrading my squad as much because I was worried about coins, worried about rank, everything. Now I'm like, nah, screw it. I'm just gonna play for fun, do whatever I can. It's alright if I get relegated, if I get promoted. Just enjoy the game, guys. Okay? You buy the game to enjoy the game, so just enjoy the game. That's what I'm gonna do this season. I'm like, can't be bothered anymore complaining. Just enjoy the game. So let's look at the icons, shall we? Icon swaps. Peter Schmeichel started off 6 tokens. Goalkeepers made, and like Peter Schmeichel isn't that great, I would say. It's up to you guys if you want to have him or not. It's up to you guys completely. Goalkeepers, they either work for you or they don't work for you. Okacha, 8 tokens, so no 7 token option. 8 tokens Okacha. He's 4-star, 5-star, medium low. That's the only problem I feel. But it's a really fun card, although his finishing is pretty bad, to be honest. But everything else seems to be pretty decent. So Okacha is what you get for 8 tokens. It's an alright icon. So before I can move on, let me just tell you guys, if you want an icon very badly that you loved, or you like, oh, I just want to play with this icon, get him. Don't worry about, oh, it's going to cost so many tokens, maybe I can get a better option. Just if you want to get an icon, guys, have fun in the game, just get the icon, okay? But this is what I'll tell you guys what I'll go through. Pep Guardiola, medium high, 85 rated. Pretty decent card, to be honest. It's a pretty decent solid card. I'll probably, if I were to get him, I would slap a shadow on him. But it's a pretty decent card. He is not going to be endgame. If you want to try and get, if you're trying to go hard into this and you want to try and get an icon who is worth it for your grind, try and look into icons that will be usable until at least 30 minimum. At least 30 minimum, you have to try and think of icons that will be usable. Or even longer would be even more better, to be honest, because it's going to be a hard grind this. So, and like the initial online games itself seem very hard, so it's going to be a hard grind, so make it worth it. Pep Guardiola, I think I've seen a lot of combinations online. We'll get back to Pep Guardiola. I think he's a decent card. I don't know how long he'll last. He'll probably last until 30, just before 30 maybe, and then you might eventually replace him. But I think it's a decent card even to bring off the bench if you want to hold on to a game. Ryan Giggs. So I'm a United fan, but let me tell you, 2-star weak foot does not work in FIFA at all. No matter how decent the card may look, 2-star weak foot always lets it down, and he has 3-star skills also. So I don't know if you want to get him, if you're a Welsh player, if you're a hard United fan, but I don't know. I wouldn't get him personally. Nesta, I've seen a lot of people think about trying to get Nesta with someone else because Nesta and Giggs come in with 9 tokens. But the problem with Nesta is that his agility and balance, mainly his agility, is horrible, guys. And he doesn't have the pace. The guy, like, he has good defensive stats, but like, he is going to be so bad in game in terms because he's going to turn like a truck, and bad gameplay in FIFA is just so evident. And like when you meet players like these guys who have like low agility, low balance, and the current meta is trying to have high agility, high balance players is the current meta. He's going to be pretty bad, to be honest. That's why I think he'll turn like a truck. And if you're those guys who have like very unstable internet connection or live in a far off region from a server like me in RAW, we don't have many servers as well. Gameplay is very inconsistent in RAW. Nesta wouldn't be someone I would take. That's my opinion. You guys, if you guys would like him, you probably could get him. So that's the 9 tokens. 11 tokens. Now we get a bit more interesting. Now this is where the chunk of your tokens will probably go. Is Roberto Carlos. No, I don't want to start. I just want to look at the squad. Roberto Carlos, who looks an absolutely really good fullback. He's got the 2-star weak foot. Teles also, I have Teles in my squad. Teles also has a 2-star weak foot. 3-star skills, high medium work rate, 5'6". In FIFA 19, height was a huge issue, and you wouldn't have got short fullbacks. But FIFA 20, height isn't as much of an issue. Crossing is not a big problem. So having pacey fullbacks is more important, and I think Roberto Carlos fits that bill. Plus, Roberto Carlos is a really good player. You could possibly play him. He's good finishing, etc. You can play him in midfield also if you want to at times, in centre mid position. So he's got that well balanced card. So he's very interesting card for 11 tokens. I think he's pretty decent. He's also, how much is he on the market? I don't know. If I were to check, it's going to make the video longer. So you guys can check on the market. He's pretty decent. Crespo, another player. Crespo is also a pretty good player in FIFA. He's been a pretty good player, pretty solid player. Medium work rates, 4-star, which is all pretty good. And he's got really good stats in terms of like shooting, 90 finishing, great pace, good agility and balance for a player who is 6 foot. I would say that's pretty good. Heading accuracy is good stamina, good jumping, good composure as well. So I think that's a pretty good option. And like if you want to you got 24 tokens, you got 23, you can do this as a combination. Like Carlos and Crespo is a really good combination, probably 2 baby icons, but like 2 icons who are pretty good, and will last you until at least team of the year probably, or even a bit more longer. You have to consider that left back and right back options in the game are very hard to get. Very good players are very hard to get, and Carlos is a pretty good player. In terms of like other left backs options, I think I have Teles, so I wouldn't go for Carlos because I have Teles and I'm happy with my Teles. But yeah, if you want to rank a good left back, he links to Neymar, he links to other Brazilians, Militao, etc. So it's a good option. Patrick Kluivert. Patrick Kluivert comes in with 12 tokens. Now Patrick Kluivert was a player who was used a lot in FIFA 19 because of his high height, high-low 4-4. And also he was able to jump. I think his prime icon was a crazy just jumping and heading, and it was so meta. He fit the bill. But he's still got really good card. 79, 74 agility balance, 6'2", high-low is really good for a striker you want to look at. 4-star is pretty good. He's a pretty good card. Decent card. He comes in at 12 tokens, just like Crespo. He's a pretty decent card. If you guys like him, I don't know if I'll get him as much because I think he can be replaced eventually very fast. But he's a pretty decent card. because for me, I am personally going to look at cards that are going to be used for a long time in my team. If I'm going to put in the effort, I want them to be used in my team for quite some time. Next up, Mirza Closer. I used Mirza Closer's baby icon during my qualification, during my rivals placement games. He was okay. He wasn't that great, but he was okay. Agility balance will be noticeable a bit during when bad gameplay, but like he still got pretty good card, pretty good stats. But he's just another card that I feel might eventually get replaced pretty faster compared to others. He's got the 3-star skills, which is a bit annoying, but 4-star Bigfoot, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's what I would say. Like, I don't know if you guys but if you guys want to get him. How many tokens? He's 12 tokens, same as Crespo and Patrick Kluivert. I think Crespo would be a better option in terms of the 12 tokens than Kluivert or Minnesota Closer. But like, if you guys are a fan of those two nations or those two icons, I would get him. Can't go wrong. Next up, Michael Ballack. Michael Ballack comes in with 14 tokens, and to be honest, 4-star, medium high. Pretty decent card, pretty usable card as well. He fit the meta last year a lot. He might not be the meta this year, but he's still a really good center mid card. I personally like Michael Ballack as a player as well. I think the card is really great. He's got that very 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 balanced card. Probably I'll slap a shadow at him. You can use him as a CDM, even though with he has the medium high work rates. He's 6'2". I think he's a really good card. So you can't go wrong in getting 14 tokens, and then you could probably use 10 tokens. Who can use it on? 10 tokens, you could probably get Guardiola and Michael Ballack and have like a decent midfield, 2 CDMs. That's one option. Next up is Pirlo. Pirlo is supposed to be really good this game. The only problem with Pirlo, his passing is exceptional, dribbling exceptional, bit lacking in pace and finishing. You're going to probably have to play a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow center mid option. I don't think he can fit in a cam position, especially this version of the card, or play in a CDM obviously because medium work rates. But he's got 4-star Bigfoot, 5-star skills, so he's a pretty fun player to use, just like Okocha. It's up to you guys. If you like Pirlo in real life and you want to get him, and if you're a big fan of him, get him. You have to don't worry too much about trying to fit the meta and all. Just have fun with the game, guys. Roy Keane. Now, I used Roy Keane in FIFA 19, and he was a beast. For me, he was a beast. I used him for quite some time. He did get replaced eventually, but he was solid player. You can trust him to do a job. And this is a prime icon. This is the first prime icon I think we're coming up. And Roy Keane is solid. I would take Roy Keane. If I were to pick one, if you want to pick one, I think Roy Keane is a solid option. He has medium high work rate, so he's a solid CDM. And he's got exceptional defensive stats, guys. Like, only heading accuracy and defensive awareness are a bit low. But like interception, stand tackling, stamina, strength, aggression, it's all exceptional. Really good pace for like a CDM type as well. I think it's a really good card, especially if you slap shadow, it'll be a pretty good card as well. I think Roy Keane, you can't go wrong. I have used Roy Keane in FIFA 19, and I can tell you he's really good. So I would, if you have 15 tokens and you want to get him 15, and you probably had to use 8 tokens somewhere else, again, you can go with Pep Guardiola. I think Pep Guardiola is most likely the one that people would want to try and go, but I think going with Roy Keane, you can't go wrong. He's a really good card, and I think a lot of people would enjoy him if you use him. Rivaldo. Now, Rivaldo has really good stats in game, but he has a 2-star Bigfoot. For me, again, like I said with Gigs, 2-star Bigfoot for me just doesn't work in FIFA. But he's got a good card. It's up to you guys if you guys want to use him. I do remember a lot of people using him. A couple of people using him in 19, and they had he had a good finish shot, I think. So it's up to you guys if you guys want him. Not going to say much. 2-star Bigfoot, not much. Ian Wright. I think this is Ian Wright's prime card. If I'm not mistaken. Can't find it. I think this is his prime. Yeah. So 4-star, 3-star, medium, 5'9". If you're an Arsenal fan, and you want to get him, because he's got really good finishing, really good attack positioning, really good pace, really good composure, good agility, good balance. How tall is he? He's 5'9". Heading accuracy pretty good, decent, really good stamina. So it's a pretty good card. I think he's a pretty good card. If you guys want to get him, you can get him. Will he fit as a lone striker? Probably not. I don't know. I don't think so because he's got that medium work rates. You ideally would like a high medium work rate. I think in a two striker formation he'll be pretty good. But he's pretty. It's up to you guys. Next up is Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand. Now before the token number dropped, Rio Ferdinand was someone I was like, I want to get him because he's going to be really good. His baby version is incredible. His prime icon. Rio Ferdinand is like a goat in FIFA. Guaranteed goat. And I'm a Real fan as well. I was like, oh, I want to get him as much as possible. Now, finding centre backs in FIFA is not easy. Getting good centre backs as well. And Rio Ferdinand gives an option to try and link into gives you options to like link a lot of players and be more flexible with your squad by having this icon centre back in there. He is a goat. He's got like the perfect stat. He's got a really good stat game. Great defensive stats, great physical stats, and he's got really high pace as well. 60 agility balance, you might notice a bit, but he's always there. Very consistent icon. I think Rio Ferdinand, you can't go wrong. He's a very consistent icon. And this is where Pep Guardiola also, I think, comes in. For 16 tokens, you can fit Rio Ferdinand and Pep Guardiola and get your 24 tokens. So that's an option there. I think Rio Ferdinand will last you until Totti for sure, at least, definitely. But then we'll have to see how the rest of EA's promos come out as well. But I think Rio Ferdinand until Totti, definitely you could possibly hold on to him. But after that, you might replace him with his prime. But I think Rio Ferdinand is a good option. Keep in mind, you're not going to be able to get Rio Ferdinand's prime or moments anymore because his baby has been dropped in this foot swap, which means you have to buy that from the market. So if it's going to be too expensive for you guys to get, and if you want Rio Ferdinand, I would try and get this card. 16 tokens, can't go wrong. Rui Costa for 17 tokens. First up, low finishing. I don't know. I don't think you can play him as a cam. You can't play him as a CDM. You probably had to play him as a center mid. He's a prime card, and I haven't really liked Rui Costa. We didn't really like. I tried him in 18. He was okay at the start, but like eventually just not worth it. So I don't think I'll go with Rui Costa. I consider like Rio Ferdinand, Roy Keane, Ballack given to be much more better option than Rui Costa. And I don't know why he's 70 tokens, but yeah, just my preference. Now, here is a card that you could possibly use till team of the season, Zanetti. Zanetti is going to be incredible because height is not an issue anymore. Fullbacks, last year you want like these really tall fullbacks. I had Da Costa on one side. Tele is not as tall, but Da Costa was like crazy tall because everyone was crossing. And Zanetti is an option. He's a really good player. I think he is, yes. I think when his Moments comes out, Moments is going to be a CDM card, but this is a prime icon Zanetti, and he's got insane stats, guys. Like, forget the 50 jumping isn't as effective as this as it was in 19. It's not as relevant, sorry, in 9 as it was in 19, especially on fullbacks. But like he's got like incredible defending, great crossing stat, great vision, great short pass, great long pass, really good composure, sick defending, great pace. You slap a shadow, you increase that pace. He's got really good stats. That's what I would tell you guys. And like I think Zanetti is a card that you can use until TOTS and not have to worry too much because he's an incredible card. He also links to Lionel Messi, and you would want to probably get Lionel Messi very soon because if you have the coins, eventually you're trying to go and get Lionel Messi. I think it'll be a great option to try and get that strong link because Messi is just incredible in FIFA 20. So I think eventually even I might try to look and get Messi in the team. So Zanetti I think can definitely be. I think I was initially thinking of getting Ferdinand, but now I'm really thinking that Zanetti might be the go-to guy for me at least, because I can see Zenity staying in my team until Tots for sure. Because, or probably even after Tots, he could be possibly still staying in my team. Because it's very hard to get right backs. Good right backs in the game is very hard. You don't have many options. You have Kyle Walker, you have Cancelo, yes, but apart from those two, yes, Semedo is okay, but like I think Zenete is way better than Semedo. Uh, so I and it's 17 tokens, so you could afford to miss out on certain things, and also you guys have to keep in mind that if you get Zenete, you can get Zenete and you can get, I think it's Schmeichel for 6 tokens. 1 second. Yeah, so you can get Schmeichel as well, and if EA eventually release like a baby icon SBC, sorry, or a base icon, or some icon SBC that requires a base icon to submit, if they like release a repeatable or something, or like a one-time thing, you can eventually submit Schmeichel into that, and you can be like, guys, is eventually you're not going to get anyone worse than Schmeichel. You could possibly just get Schmeichel back again, but like it's not going to be too hard. It's not going to be a bad option. I think Serenity and then like just a base icon to just toss into an icon SBC that might come out in the future with that trick. It's just, I think it's a pretty good deal. And even if you can't like grind towards all the foot swap tokens, if you want to just pick that one icon, I think Zenit is a really good deal. So for me, I think I will probably be looking at Zenity. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve all the foot swaps. We'll have to see how it goes. But I think if I were to pick one, Zenit is a really good option for me. Hugo Sanchez. So there was when you look at this card stats itself, people are like, whoa, that's a sick card, bro. And a lot of people loved Hugo Sanchez, but it's 3-star, 3-star. It's okay, fine, that's alright. 5/9, high, medium. And then you see that composure. Composure is very vital in FIFA. All the rest of the stats are completely irrelevant because he has 58 composure. And the moment I look at 58 composure, I'm like, yep, that's it. Not looking any further. He is not going to be useful. There's icon pack, 18 tokens. Don't even think about doing it. You're most likely going to get Litmanen, Lordrop. I don't know, so much shit. Imagine you put 18 tokens and try and get Litmanen. Don't bother. Just don't. Don't think about it, guys. You're not going to get Pele, okay? Just don't. Next up, Emilio Butragueño. Butragueño was really good in FIFA 19. But the meta was that you need to have tall players, etc. But this meta right now is you want to have players with good agility, good pace, good shooting. And Butragueño fits all of that. 5 foot as well. 5-star weak foot. So that's also really good. It's just 3-star skills, which is a bit of an issue. But 5-star weak foot is pretty good. And for someone who doesn't skill as much as me, for me, I wouldn't mind too much. He comes in as 19 tokens. So you don't have the option of getting Schmeichel as well. It's either you get him or you don't get anyone. You get Butragueño and that's it. I think if you get Butragueño, you can't go wrong. He's a really good player. And also it gives that leeway. If you had to pick one icon, I think Zenit, Butragueño, and that's all. Like, he's a pretty good player. He could start for you for a long time until probably Totti, and then maybe after that he'll be a great super sub for you guys. That's what I think. If you were to go for Butragueño, that's possibly one thing you could do. He's got incredible stats, just let me tell you. There's incredible stats, and to bring on a 5-star weak foot super sub after Totti, I think can't go wrong. With like that pace and great shooting, he's just incredible. He's pretty good, let me tell you. He did cause problems for me in FIFA 19 as well when I faced him. Gerrard. Now this is one of Gerrard's best cards. He's got incredibly balanced stats, high work rates, good center mid option, 3-star, 3-star only issue. But great card. If you guys are a Liverpool fan or you just love Gerrard a lot, for 19 tokens, is a good option. I think he's one of Gerrard's best cards. It's a good option. But I think Butragueño might be a bit better. This is just my personal opinion. But like, yeah. But it's a good option if you guys are very interested. Haji and Michael Owen for 20 tokens. Both are prime icons. I don't know, guys. I just don't. Haji has a really good card, but 4-star as well. Medium low, that's the only problem for me. Medium low is a bit of an annoying work rate, to be honest. But it's got a really well balanced card, but I don't know. It's just, if you guys like him, Michael Owen, 4-star, 3-star, medium, 5'8", good pace, good shooting, good dribbling, but like I don't know. I think you have better options in my opinion in terms of like you have Crespo, Carlos would be a better option. You have Balak, Roy Keane, Pirlo. Like I think they will give you like better options for like the icons you can use because you can only get one of these two. And if you're going up to 20 tokens, you might as well try and do the remaining 3 tokens and we'll talk. This guy is the guy that a lot of people would want. A lot of people initially wanted to try and get Drogba, 4-star, high. I think he'll be really good as a cam. He doesn't have the passing, but like the work rate wise, the wide cam, he could work as a sole striker as well. But high work rate is a bit of an annoying pain for a sole striker. But I think incredible. Like this, if you're doing Drogba, you have to grind a lot. So you better be a diehard Chelsea fan or like just a massive Drogba fan to try and get this card because it's going to take a lot of effort. You have to be on your grind a lot to try and get this card. So he's a beast. He's like about 1.4 mil. So he's definitely a beast. It's his baby card, obviously, but like it's a really good card. And if you can't afford his prime and moments are going to be possibly very expensive, this is a card you can use until Totti at least. Probably a bit longer after that as well. And you can bring off the bench as a super sub later. So I've seen a lot of people who are Didier Drogba RTG. Good if you're grinding until 20, you might as well go to 23. So I think Drogba is one good option. I think a lot of people would like to try and get him, but it's a tough grind to get to Drogba. But Trugana is a really good option for a single icon. I think that's a really good option. Zanetti is someone, before I saw Ferdinand's stats, I think Zanetti was someone I was like, if I'm unable to grind to all the tokens, but I want a really good card that's going to last in the game, my team for a long time, Zanetti is one guy I feel like will last there for a long time, especially because really good right back options are very hard to find. So I think Zanetti is someone I think I might be going for. But like Rio Ferdinand can't go wrong. But I just feel like I might try and get Rio Ferdinand's prime card eventually, or his moments card I'll try and eventually get probably. So that's why I think I might eventually pick Zanetti as well, because his baby card would be a bit of a waste after that for me if I tried to get his prime or moments card, because Rio Ferdinand is a really good player. But like if you're doing all 24 tokens, Rio Ferdinand and Pep Guardiola is a good option. Very good. That's a good option. I would try and get those two if you want 24 tokens. These two are another good option. Crespo, Carlos, really good option. Roy Keane, really good card. Can certify. Rio Ferdinand, obviously. Zanetti, and I think I might go for Zanetti, and if I have remaining tokens left over, probably go for Peter Schmeichel. But like gives me the option, the leeway to sometimes if I can't get certain tokens because I don't have the first owner players or something like that. I think 17 tokens gives me that leeway of 7 tokens. So yeah, that's what I would do. Starting to lose my voice as well now. It's been a really long video as well. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are going to get, who you guys are looking to try and get, and I will see you guys later.